Hello, and welcome to Satisfactory. Today we need to create a perfect blueprint for motors, because motors are something I find myself making every now and then, but honestly speaking, I think I need a blueprint. Before we can do that, however, we need to make some iron. Now, my brilliant mind decided it was a good idea to overclock this MK2 miner, so that means we have 600 iron ore coming in. That means we need 18 refineries. This is 12, so we need 6 more. Can we fit them in a single line? Oh, that would be marvelous. I hope we can. Oh, please. 2, 4. Are you kidding me? Do I want to destroy all of these, or do I want... I'm surprised I even thought of that. Why would I destroy all of these? Holy crap. Brain, we can just place them here, okay? You see, we have around 17.142857 refineries. Well, each of them is making 65 iron, and that means we're making way more iron than what we can handle. So we're gonna do 9 refineries and then 9 more. Now we need a balancer over here. Now whichever one we use, it's gonna basically use both of them equally. Now let's get to the point of this video. Can we do it in an MK1 designer? Let's find out. So we need to make motors. To make motors, we need stators and rotors. For the rotors, we're going to be using steel rotors, and then we're going to be using iron wire. 1 second, it looks like why are we here? No, that's the next video. Okay, so that's the iron wire, and then for this, we're also going to be using the iron pipes. Now, I could make steel over here, but no, not right now. This recipe is supposed to be an iron-only recipe, so you feed iron and then get your motors. So if we have 1 assembler, we need 1 constructor, 3 constructors, and 2 other assemblers. But that's not it, because we also need to make the stators. And to make the stators, we also need the steel and the wire. Alright, so I need to design a compact blueprint that has 5 assemblers and 9 constructors. And I want to limit myself to an MK1. Actually, I already have this, okay? Yes, this will do. Because if I just place this over here... Okay, so that blueprint has 4 assemblers. We will just split it in the middle and send the output off to another assembler by the side. This is the only reason it works, by the way, because both of these use the same items. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So let's get rid of this. And this is going to be... like that. You can take your input from here, and I need to change everything to Deuterium. My bad. You need to make... wait a second. Steel rotor, right? Why don't I have that? There we go, I have it, see? You are gonna make steel rotors, and you are also going to make steel rotors. You shall make stators, and the bottom one shall also make stators. Great. And you shall be making motors for me, please. 5 per minute. Great. Now time for the real challenge, which is that I need to fit 9 constructors over here. Okay, let's define the inputs and the outputs for this entire system first. So here is basically going to be the output, right? Okay, and then for the input, what we are going to use is a lift that basically sets the new height limit for everything. Maybe this much. I'm thinking. This sounds right. So let's have like a few constructors over here, because we do need just 2 constructors for the steel pipes. So these can fit over here, easy peasy. So we're actually just going to nudge this up a little bit and place this over here. And let's zoop this over the 4 tiles that we're allowed to. And then we can place a lift hole over here. Just... yes. Actually, let's place it 1 off. And then we can get rid of this lift and get one of those MK4 ones from back there. Place this over here. Now, this is the iron line. So we're just gonna turn it over here. Okay, wait a second. These things that they call constructors take way more space than I thought they would. How am I supposed to do this? Okay. So here's the plan. We're gonna make a hole here, connect this to the hole, then bring it over here. Yeah, And then we can take it back up and over here. All right, so now that's the iron line. And this shall go in a straight belt all the way there. Great. So you two can connect with each other. And you guys can make the steel pipes for me, please. Actually, no. You guys are making iron pipes for me. Now, this is the input where we need to send the pipes over. Okay, so we're gonna bring this over here. You're gonna come down and face this way. And we're gonna place it leveled. So you can go straight over here. There we go. Not perfect, but oh well. Yeah, that's fine. And then right on top over here, we're gonna create a merger. But here's the thing. This side, it's like, this is too much clipping. So we're gonna do this. And then this. And there we go. Okay. This side, however, can just go straight into that. Now that is done. That is lovely, actually. Okay, so now that we have cleaned this up a little bit, it's starting to look all right. Next up, we need to fit 7 more constructors. So let's just have a flat base over here. Let's just make our 4x4 grid and try to fit our constructors. Okay, so we have to start right at the edge over here if we want to fit 4 in a row. And then we need 3 more on this side. So let's see if it actually works. If I place the splitter over here, this one can go straight, no problem. This one cannot. Yes, so it does not work like this. Basically, these have to be aligned. Okay, and this final splitter over here will be taking the input in from this thing. Let's just connect this over. Connect this over here. Let's make this straight. And then you can connect over there. So now that's the iron that's going to be going up. Yeah, and then it gets distributed to everything. Lovely. All right, now the mergers are basically going to be completely inside these constructors. Now I know I could have just nudged them slightly to the left, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. We can connect them without issues. See? Now let's worry about this problem and then we can connect it to the other side. Okay, this last one over here. We're gonna fit that one elsewhere. Let's do this and then we can worry about that. Now, can we fit another constructor down here? Let's try, okay? This is literally all of the area that we have left. Okay, let's combine these outputs together first. So this is one more merger. You can feed into this. You shall connect directly to that one. And then we can have a hole over here for you to go down into. Down over here, we have this output where it needs to connect to, okay? Now here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just place another one right next to this and take this up. But that goes through these constructors, so we can't do that directly. Okay, so here's the plan. This thing, we're gonna slightly nudge it to the left and then take it up and place it over here. You're gonna come and connect with this. And then we're gonna take you up over here and connect you. Okay. Then you can connect directly with this one, which you're absolutely refusing to connect to, by the way. That's not nice. What's wrong with you? You're still refusing to connect to this. Oh my god, okay. It's because of the half nudge, I think. It looks fine, okay? It looks fine. Now, we can't really forget about our final need, which is just one more constructor somewhere over here. Maybe right here. But how do we feed it iron? This part is easy because like it needs to go into this merger before it goes in. But the input for this is over here. And the iron is coming up from right about here. Should I do this on the other side so that we can just hijack the iron as it's coming? Okay, I love it how perfectly the belt just goes straight in between. We're gonna need to move this merger though. But if I'm being honest, that's hardly a problem. Okay, so now you guys can connect to this merger and go through that. Okay, let's get you some iron. Place one of these over here, and it does feel wrong to see a blue hologram for some reason. And there we go. Now let's assign the recipes to these. You, sir, are going to be making... What are you going to be making? Iron wire. And all of you are also going to be making iron wire. And I think that's it. We just need to power this up. All right, so let's save this up. 277.78 iron per minute, and you get 5 motors per minute. All right, so iron motors. Hello, beautiful. Okay, I always enjoy watching the holograms. The bells are always lovely. Okay, that's actually pretty. Let's connect you up and make sure that iron actually gets to everything. Because there have been quite a few bugs with blueprints that I want to avoid. There have been quite a few bugs with conveyor lifts and whatnot that I want to avoid. So we need to see that everything is working, and we need to see it with like actual conveyor monitors, okay? So these throughput monitors need to tell us the story. We're going to place a sink here that all of these motors are going to go down into, so that we can get a proper throughput number over here. And we have more than enough iron over here, so this should get backed up. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a sneaky MK5 belt over here somewhere that we need to fix. So while everything ramps up over here, let's actually make this prettier, because just this is not enough, okay? Okay, why do I want stuff to be pretty? Well, basically, if we just come over here, we have been building some crazy shit. We used to make really horrible shit, and then we started making some buildings and whatnot, and we're trying to keep things pretty now, okay? Don't even ask how long it took to do this, okay? Yeah, not talking about that at all. Let's just come over here, wear our parachute so we don't die, and then we can finish, and then we can like make this prettier.
1 hour later.
As it happens to literally everything that you put in an MK1 blueprint, stuff starts looking like a block. So we are going to make an active decision where we will make it look like it's just a frame held up on some pillars. That's it. So basically there's going to be just these pillars around the back and over here. And that's basically it. We are going to place this over here, just because we can. And then we're going to call it over here. Okay, we're going to call this finished. And thank God I did call it finished, because holy crap, I think I messed up. I did not connect this either. Okay, what's the matter? What's the matter? Okay, it's not connected to that one at the back. So the way we're going to fix it is we're going to just bring this up instead of bringing that one down and doing this. So now the pipes are going to go down. So let's just come over here and fix that over here as well. We're going to take this up. And then you are going to connect over there straight. Okay, we've been away for a while. These factories have been running. Oh my god, how did you get on top of that? Okay, we're just gonna ignore you. By the way, let's make our way over here and take a look at the throughputs. Okay, so the throughput over here is 10 per minute. So that is perfect. So both of these are working perfectly fine. We had to fix some other bugs. We were using MK1 lifts over here. Bonus points if you actually noticed that while I was building it. But yeah, that's it. Let's head back to base because there is something I want to show you guys. This entire factory, this is my original Iron Motors factory. This is where this 4-assembler blueprint actually originated from. And this is the exact blueprint that's in our iron motors blueprint now. Like, that's insane to me. Okay, and you know what's more insane? The fact that just 2 of these blueprints can replace this entire setup. That's what's more insane to me. I think that's it for today. If you want this blueprint, you can head down into the description and download it from the Google Drive folder. It's going to be called Iron Motors. And if you're curious about what my next upcoming big huge project is, then this might give you a hint. Well, it's not really huge at this point, but I plan on basically a centralized drone network over here to bring stuff in, because we're starting to head into recipes where you only make like a few dozen per minute of an item. Like, there's a huge crystal oscillator factory over there that just makes 16. Oh, I think it's over there. Anyway, I need you guys to tell me if there's any interest in these blueprints where you feed in a single raw resource and you get your final items. We did it with stitched iron plates as well, by the way. You just feed in iron and you get your stitched iron plates. That's not really the end of it. The next big thing that I'm thinking about is probably modular frames and heavy modular frames. Because right now, I'm making my heavy modular frames with just these 2 manufacturers over here. It's enough for now, but come on. One second. Let me see if I can find something else that you guys are not supposed to see. You see this drone port? This wasn't here in the original video, now was it? Thank you for watching. Smash that amazing subscribe button so I can make more of these videos and more of these blueprints for you guys. And goodbye.